My twin brother appeared at my door covered in bruises. His wife's brothers had been beating him for a year, so we switched places, and I made sure they'd never forget it. Ethan showed up at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. Split lip, bruised ribs, hands shaking. "It's Kristen's brothers," he said. Blake and Craig had been using him as a punching bag since last March. They had keys to his house, showed up whenever they wanted, cornered him in the garage when Kristen was at work, told him if he ever talked, they'd take his daughter Sophie, make him look like an unfit father, destroy his life. Here's the thing, we're identical twins, same height, same scar above our left eyebrow. People mix us up constantly. So when he asked me to trade places with him, I said yes. We spent 3 days planning. He taught me everything. How Kristen takes her coffee, 2 sugars in the blue mug, how Sophie needs Mr. Stompy the Triceratops at bedtime, how Blake shows up Wednesday evenings, walks right in, immediately starts the verbal assault. I set up hidden cameras everywhere. Kitchen clock, phone charger, smoke detector, all recording to cloud storage. Bought a pen recorder for my pocket. Day 4, we switched. I drove Ethan to a cabin 3 hours north, paid in cash. Stay here and heal. I'll handle them. I moved into his house that afternoon. When Kristen came home, I was making spaghetti. She barely looked at me. Blake showed up Wednesday at 6 p.m., grabbed a soda without asking. "Hey there, champ. Rough day pushing papers?" He circled the kitchen, got in my space, shoved my shoulder. Kristen deserves better than some weak marketing geek. I kept my eyes down, played the broken husband. The recorder caught everything. The camera filmed him crowding me, the aggressive body language, every insult. 20 minutes of him tearing me down. Then Kristen pulled up, and he became friendly. "Good talk, champ. Just making sure my sister's taken care of." I documented everything for 7 weeks. Every shove, every threat, every punch. Week 4, Blake showed up angry. Craig was with him. They cornered me in the garage. Craig held my arms while Blake threw body shots, a few to the face. "You tell anyone," Craig whispered, "and something tragic might happen to that little girl." Accidents happen. Kristen saw the bruises that night. I thought she might finally ask questions. Instead, she sighed. "You need to be more careful." She'd chosen the comfortable lie. By week 6, I had dozens of hours of footage. 7 assaults, countless threats. I had enough to bury them. Kristen's parents were celebrating their 40th anniversary. Family dinner, 40 people. Perfect trap. I edited the footage into a 12-minute compilation. Blake entering uninvited, shoving me against walls. Craig holding me while Blake punched, both threatening Sophie on camera. After dessert, I stood up. "I'd like to say something about family." I pointed a remote at the TV. "For 7 weeks, I've been documenting something." The video started. Blake's verbal assault. Crystal clear audio. The room went silent. Patricia gasped. Kristen went pale. 12 minutes of abuse. Blake shoving, Craig threatening, both of them terrorizing their brother-in-law on camera. When it ended, I said clearly, "Blake and Craig have been beating Ethan for over a year. They threatened his daughter, and everyone let it happen." Blake jumped up. "This is out of context." "Explain the context where it's acceptable to beat your sister's husband and threaten a 4-year-old. 2 uniformed officers walked in. I'd contacted them earlier with preliminary evidence. Both brothers arrested for assault, battery, criminal threats." Blake yelling about lawyers. Craig silent, pale. As they were let out in handcuffs, Blake turned to me. "You're going to regret this. We'll destroy you." I looked at him calmly. "You already tried to destroy someone, but I'm not your victim anymore." His face went blank with confusion. Most guests fled. Soon, just me and Kristen. She looked up with hatred. "How could you do this to my family? Your brothers beat your husband for a year. You let them because it was easier than standing up to them." She shook her head. "They were just being protected." I stood up. "Divorce papers will be filed this week. Ethan's seeking sole custody." She looked confused. That's when I told her, "I'm not your husband. I'm his twin brother Nathan. Ethan came to me 7 weeks ago, broken and terrified. Asked me to switch places so he could escape and heal. So I stepped into his life, took every hit he was taking, documented everything. Your husband's been safe this whole time, healing, away from you and your brothers." Her face cycled through confusion, disbelief, shock. Then she broke down sobbing. I felt nothing. Called Ethan that night, told him everything. He cried, huge gasping sobs of relief. "Thank you. I don't know how to thank you. You're my brother. I'd do it again." Blake got 18 months plus probation. Craig got 14 months. Both barred from contact with Ethan or Sophie. Divorce finalized 4 months later. Ethan got sole custody. Judge was appalled at Kristen's enabling. The bruises healed. The soreness faded. But I understand now what it means to be truly trapped.